I have made a serious decision concerning your financial life. My beloved child, do not let your heart panic when the things you once thought impossible begin to move in unexpected ways. Because when I open a new season, change can often come so quickly that your mind has not yet understood it all. I have seen the days when you looked at the money you had left and your heart tightened. I have seen the times when you had to calculate every small expense, weigh every need, and delay even necessary things just to get through one more day. I heard you quietly call upon me in the silent evenings, when the room was still but your heart was full of questions no one could hear. You wondered whether I saw what you were enduring, whether I knew how tired you were, whether your prayers had reached me. And today, I speak to you with tenderness yet certainty. I saw, I heard, and I have not forgotten you. There are seasons when you thought you were only living in lack, but in truth, I was teaching you to recognize that true supply does not rest in human hands and is not limited by the numbers before your eyes. I know how many times you still chose to trust when your wallet was nearly empty, still chose kindness when you yourself needed help. We still chose prayer when the bills piled up like mountains before you. Not one thing in that quiet faithfulness was overlooked. I saw you offer me faith as small as a seed in a dry season, and I held that seed in my hand. Now, as the appointed time has come, I will cause what you sowed in tears to begin sprouting in grace. You will understand that the days of lack were not a sentence upon you, but only a season I led you through so that you might know my care more deeply. Do not think I am the one who stands far away, watches you struggle, and then turns away in silence. I am your Father, the one who knows even the worries you have not yet been able to name, the one who understands even the tears you quickly wiped away before others could see them. I saw the times you skipped meals, not because you were not hungry, but because you had to reserve what remained for something that needed to be paid. I saw you smile at others while inside you were trembling because you did not know what tomorrow would bring. I saw you try to appear normal, try to say you were fine, while your heart was under pressure from unresolved things. But my child, there was not one night when you cried in secret that I was not near. There was not one prayer you whispered in weariness that I did not hear. There was not one time you lifted your eyes in desperation that I did not bend down in mercy. Therefore, let your heart open to this truth. Your financial struggle does not have the right to define your whole life. Lack is not your name. Debts, rejections, closed doors, missed opportunities are not the final voice over your journey. I am the one who has the final word. And when I decide to lift you up, no delay can keep you forever in the old place. I do not only want to bring you out of present pressure, I want to lead you into a deeper freedom, where you are no longer controlled by fear, no longer kept awake by numbers, no longer thinking you must carry everything alone. I will teach you to walk in wisdom, in moderation, in gratitude, and in the faith that my hand can open a way, even in the place that seems blocked. Beloved child, the blessing I have prepared for you is not only a passing touch that quickly fades away. I do not give to you so that you will live in excitement for one day and then return to the same old anxiety. What I am doing is resetting the foundation within you, so that you understand true abundance begins with a heart at peace in me. I can open new opportunities, send timely help, lead you to the right people, illuminate wise decisions, and redirect things that seemed unfavorable into a path that brings you to greater stability. But at the same time, I also want to heal the fear that has clung to you through many seasons of lack. I want you to stop seeing money as a frightening master and learn to place everything under my light, so that you may use what I entrust to you with integrity, clarity, and love. Perhaps you once asked, through tears, when will it be my turn? I heard that question. I heard it not only in your words, but also in your long sighs, in your silence, in the times when you watched others being lifted up while you were still waiting. But my child, you have not been forgotten in the long line of grace. I have not confused your name. I have not given your portion to someone else by mistake. What belongs to your appointed time will come in the way I have ordained. When I open a door, you will not need to fight for it. When I bring support, you will not need to beg for human recognition. When I place you in a new season, you will know it is not fragile luck, but the care of a father who loves you with steadfast love. However, remember this, my child, blessing does not come to feed pride, but to enlarge your heart. When I lead you out of hardship, do not forget the days when you once prayed for even a small help. When I place more into your hands, let your hands also know how to open toward those in need. When I give you stability, live with gratitude, and do not allow abundance to pull you away from humility. I do not only want you to have enough, I want you to become a source of comfort, support, and gentle light for those who are walking the road you once walked. What I heal in you, I can also use to bring healing to others. Now, do not let old fear close you off from what is new. Do not let past disappointments make you doubt the goodness I am bringing. You have lived too long in a defensive posture, always waiting for something bad to happen, always afraid that joy will be taken away as soon as it arrives. But I am teaching you to breathe again in peace. I am reminding you that not every door is closed, not every prayer is delayed forever, and not every dry season lasts until the end. There is a stream I am opening in the dry land of your life. There is a supply being arranged beyond what you can calculate on your own. There is a change coming, not to confuse you, but to strengthen your faith that I am still the one who cares for you every day. Beloved child, stand firm in trust. Do not look only at what you lack, look up to the one who holds every source of supply. Do not count only the debts that remain. Remember that I can give you wisdom to settle each matter one by one. Do not look only at the door that closed. Stay awake so you can recognize the door I am opening. I will not lead you into a new season and then leave you lost halfway. I will go before you, make a path for you, place peace within you, and teach you to steward what I entrust to you with a pure heart. The days when you thought you were abandoned did not destroy you, they trained you. The months and years when you had to wait did not lessen your value, they prepared you for greater support. So receive this word with a tender and hopeful heart. I am removing from you the garment of fear, covering you with assurance, and bringing you out of the feeling of being trapped in lack. I do not promise you a path that requires no wisdom, but I promise to give you light to walk by. I do not call you to live wastefully, but to live in responsible abundance. in gratitude and love. Lift your head, my child. The dry season is not where you will remain forever. My hand is moving. My grace is opening a way, and my care will meet you at the right time, in the right place, and in the right way, so that you will know your Father has never left you. My child, listen deeply, because what the enemy once tried to steal from your hands, I have quietly multiplied in a place you cannot see. You thought those empty months left only loss behind. But I used that very emptiness as a vessel for the abundance about to be poured upon your life. He wanted you to bow your head in shame, wanted you to look at your lack and conclude that I had forgotten you. But I never forgot. While you thought you had been left behind, I was arranging every door, every encounter, every stream of blessing to arrive at the right time. He tried to silence your faith with bills, debts, days of shortage, and moments when you had to smile while trembling inside. But I covered your home with protection from heaven. He sent angels to stand around you and allowed songs of joy to sound where you could not yet hear them, because I knew the day of your lifting was drawing near. There are battles you thought were only about money, but in truth, they were tests of trust, of whether you would still look to me when every earthly resource seemed closed. You had days when you had to count every small thing, nights when you lay down while your mind still circled around what was missing, moments when you wondered why you had tried so hard and still had not seen a way open. But I want you to know that lack does not have the final word over your life. Financial pressure has not been permitted to define you. Debt has not been permitted to name you. And scarcity has not been permitted to build a throne in your heart. I heard every whisper, saw every time you gave the easier portion to someone else, and knew every sacrifice you did not speak about. And now, I declare that the season of being weighed down by lack is closing, not by your own strength, but by the power of my provision in the court of heaven's justice. Every accusation against you has been considered. The voices saying you are unworthy, that you are too late, that you are not wise enough, that you will always be stuck in the old cycle, none of them can stand before me. I do not see you through the times you stumbled in worry. I see you through the covenant of love I have placed upon you. The blessing coming to you is not a coincidence that falls from nowhere, nor is it a misplaced favor sent to the wrong address. It is heaven's answer for the seasons you endured in silence. It is confirmation that I am still the one who defends you, opens a way for you, and knows how to turn dry ground into a clear stream. What people call impossible, I call an opportunity to reveal my power. Do not limit the way I will work. I can use an unexpected call, an opportunity that seemed to have passed, a debt being settled, a work door opening, a generous person, a new contract, a refund, timely help, or a path you have never thought of before. I am not bound by the means of the world. I do not need favorable circumstances in order to bless you. I can cause what seems small to become a great supply. Make what was forgotten return with new value. And place your name in the mind of someone able to help you at the very moment you need it. Therefore, do not wear down your mind with the question, how? Prepare your heart. Keep your hands open. Live in wakefulness and gratitude. because when my provision touches your life, it will not only be enough for you to breathe in relief, it will be enough for you to understand that I heard you long ago. Tonight, the messengers from heaven carry not only comfort, but also arrangements, answers, confirmation, and doors signed by my grace. You have not stopped before this word by accident. I drew your heart near and caused you to become still amid so much noise, because I want you to recognize that you are standing before a threshold of change. You have passed through the land of lack, where every step felt heavy, where you had to learn to trust before seeing fullness. But now, I am leading you into the land of overflow, not so that you may boast, but so you may know that I am the Father who never lacks the ability to nourish you. Trust me once more. Let your heart agree with what I am doing, because between you and me there is a sacred bond, a promise that circumstances cannot erase. What you need to understand is that the moment you chose to trust me, while your eyes still saw lack, a movement began in the unseen realm. When you said I was still good while your pockets were empty, when you still worshipped while your heart was weary, when you still did not turn away, though the answer had not come. That faithfulness was recorded. I did not overlook the days when you were nearly exhausted, but still refused to curse your journey. I did not forget the times when you were wounded, but still chose to live uprightly. I did not take lightly the tears you wiped away quickly so you could keep walking. And because you did not release my hand in the season of hardship, I will lift you up in the light, so that what you silently endured becomes living evidence of my faithfulness. I am changing the way you see yourself. You are no longer merely someone who has to borrow survival from one day to the next. I am teaching you to become someone who can give support, open a way, and help rescue others from the burdens that once pressed upon your own shoulders. I do not only want to bring you out of debt, I want to heal your relationship with provision. I want you no longer to be afraid whenever money is mentioned, no longer to feel small before large needs, no longer to live as though blessing is only for others. You were created to steward what I entrust with wisdom, to walk in generosity while remaining humble, to become light in places where people are darkened by lack. When I place wealth in your hands, I also place purpose in your heart, so that what you receive does not stop with you, but flows through you like water, bringing life to many dry places. There will be people who once called you a failure and will be amazed when they see you rise in peace. There will be people who thought you had been forgotten and will have to realize that I was only hiding you in the time of preparation. There will be doors of authority, resources, foundations, and opportunities that open not because you forced your way in, but because I caused your name to be remembered in the right place at the right time. The world may once have called you lacking, but I call you one chosen to receive and distribute. The enemy may once have called you forgotten, but I call you favored. You were not created to carry the chains of financial fear forever. You were created to wear the crown of provision, to walk with a generous heart, and to prove that my hand can still build abundance amid dark and unstable economies. Watch what I do in the near time, but do not let your heart cling only to the number of days and hours while forgetting the one who is acting. The shaking you feel is not a sign for you to fear. It is the old foundation of lack beginning to crack under the weight of the new thing I am bringing into your life. This time is not only a lesson in endurance, it is a transfer into another season. Stand firm. Keep your heart pure and steward blessing with gratitude and humility. When what I have prepared touches your hands, remember that I give not only so your burden may be lightened, but so you may become an answer to the prayers of others. I am with you in this shift. I go before you through every door, and I will cause you to look back and say, "The Father has done more than I ever dared to dream." Hear me once more. What I am doing in your life does not stop with you alone, but will also touch the generations after you. This is not a small passing moment, nor is it a temporary comfort to help you endure a few more days. This is a deep turning, a change of season upon which my hand is resting over your lineage. The things that once caused your family to bow beneath lack, worry, and weariness will no longer have the right to repeat endlessly. I am entering the dark spaces of your family history, where fears have been passed from one generation to another, where habits were born from shortage, where complaints seemed to become destiny. But I say to you, that is not the final mark upon your house. I am rewriting that story with grace, with provision, with mercy, and with power no one can oppose. My child, you once thought you were only fighting for today's survival. But I want you to understand that your faithfulness is opening a way for the tomorrow of many. The tears you shed in secret did not disappear into emptiness. The nights you prayed in weariness, the times you still tried to rise, though nothing in your hands felt certain. The upright choices you held onto, even when circumstances pressured you to give up, all of it was seen by me. I do not take lightly a single painful breath of yours. I do not overlook even one trembling moment when you still chose to trust, and from the very places where you thought you were weakest. I am opening a new flow for your family, a flow of restoration, opportunity, peace, and abundance placed upon a holy foundation. Do not think your family tree carries only the cracks of the past. I am watering the deep roots that have become dry with my provision where there was lack. I am sowing wisdom where there was worry about tomorrow. I am placing lasting peace where doors once closed before your ancestors. I am opening paths through which the generations after you will walk with gratitude. Your children and those who come after your life, they will not have to carry again every hardship you once bore. I am not saying they will never need to learn humility or grow through trials, but I declare that the cycles of fear, dead ends, shortage, and despair will no longer have the right to rule as they once did. I am placing a holy boundary around your house and declaring, this far and no further. What I open for you is not only a short harvest, where you rejoice for a moment and then return to old anxiety. I am teaching you to enter a way of life that knows how to receive, steward, sow, and preserve. The blessing I give is not so that you may boast before others, nor so that you may nourish pride, but so that you may become a witness of my kindness. When provision comes, let your heart remain tender. When doors open, let your knees still know how to kneel in gratitude. When greater opportunities appear, remember the days when I fed you through small portions, so that you do not despise humble beginnings. True abundance from me will not pull you away from purity, it will cause you to love what is right even more. to open your hands more widely, and to lift up those who are standing where you once stood. I saw your tears before they fell. I heard your sigh before you found words to speak. I prepared this breakthrough before you faced your first failure. Because nothing in your life happens outside my understanding. You thought some seasons were only loss, but I used them to teach you to distinguish what is precious from what is temporary. You thought some delays were only there to hurt you, but I used them to shape your heart, so that when something greater came, you would not lose yourself. Everything is unfolding in my appointed time, not according to human haste, not according to the pressure of fear, but according to the sacred rhythm of the one who knows the beginning and the end. When I say I will provide for every need of yours, I am not speaking only of the minimum required for you to get through the day. I am the Father who knows you need bread, clothing, and shelter, but I also know you need peace in your mind, opportunities to build, resources to grow, space to breathe, healthy relationships, and wisdom to manage what is entrusted. I can open work doors, financial paths, upright investment opportunities, new territories, resources built through integrity, creative ideas, timely connections, and sources of help you never expected. But remember, beloved child, I do not only want to place wealth in your hands, I want to place clarity in your heart. I do not only want to bring you into a spacious place, I want you to enter it with the mindset of one who knows they are sent to do good. There are treasures that are not only found in gold, silver, or possessions, but in peace that circumstances cannot steal, in wisdom that knows how to choose rightly, in courage that knows how to refuse what is not pure, in the ability to sleep peacefully during an unfinished season because you know I am still working. I can give you outward growth, but I am also building within you a firm foundation. Because if you receive much without wisdom, that abundance can become a burden. If you step into expansion without humility, that expansion can lead you astray. Therefore, I bless and train at the same time. I open ways and teach discernment at the same time. I place something new in your hands while purifying hidden motives, so that you may not only receive, but also keep the blessing in peace. Do not fear that what I promised will be cancelled by opposing forces, by delay, or by quiet doubts that rise within you. What I write by my power cannot be erased by the hand of darkness. What I decide in love cannot be changed by human slander. But stand firm in trust. Because faith is not a loud shout in a moment of excitement, it is quiet perseverance when everything is not yet clear. Keep your mouth from complaints that weaken the heart. Keep your eyes from looking only at the lack before you. Keep your feet from shortcuts that appear fast, but trade away purity. I do not need you to chase blessing in panic. I want you to walk with me in peace. Because what belongs to me will come in the light. Now prepare your heart for a different way of living, not with greed, but with gratitude, not with boasting, but with humility, not with the fear of losing your portion, but with the belief that I know exactly what you need and when you need it. I am touching your home, your work, your unfinished plans, the dreams you once buried because of weariness. I am reviving hope, reopening paths, calling forth resources at the right time, and placing beside you people who will help you move forward in integrity. Stay near me, beloved child. Let my provision not only fill your hands, but deepen your faith. For what I am doing will cause you to understand that you have not been forgotten. Your family has not been forgotten, and your future is still being held in my merciful hand. You have had to wait for a very long time, quietly passing through heavy seasons that few truly understood. But now I say to you that this waiting has not been forgotten. I have seen the days when you lifted yourself up when no one stood beside you. I have seen you use gentle words to encourage others, while your own heart also needed to be comforted. You gave light, even when inside you felt as though only a weary silence remained. And because of that, what I am about to reveal in your life will no longer be hidden. The miracle for you is not something fragile that can be carried away by the winds of life, but something I have established upon a firm foundation in the appointed time. It is no longer being held behind the curtains of delay, because now it is being delivered into your hands. It is not something borrowed from another person's portion, nor a small piece falling by accident, but the portion I have written with your name, a provision of overflow, measured by mercy, increased by grace, and poured out beyond what you ever thought you could receive. Beloved child, become still and feel the movement around you. Do not call it unease, and do not be afraid when the atmosphere seems to change before your eyes can see everything clearly. This is the sign of divine arrangement taking place, as my radiant messengers are sent to set everything into the order I have decreed. The things once locked shut, the paths that once left you standing outside in tears, the doors that once stayed silent before your prayers, are now being opened by my authority, not because you broke them by your own strength, but because you endured with perseverance, kept walking faithfully, and did not release your faith, even when many times all you saw before you was silence. I know you had nights of prayer when it seemed there was no answer, mornings when you woke with empty hands, yet still chose to believe that I was still working. I know you stood among unfinished things, among promises not yet visible, and still tried to keep your heart from bitterness. Those quiet steps became a fragrance before me. Not one moment of your perseverance was wasted. Not one second, when you chose trust in the dark, went unremembered by me. And now, I want you to know that I am the one who keeps my word. What I promised, I will fulfill. What I prepared, I will give at the right time. What was slowed down does not mean it was taken away. It was only being kept for the moment when you were ready enough to enter without fear. Therefore, lift your head, my child. Do not continue to see your life as a chain of delays. I am turning the years of waiting into a harvest of restoration. The tears you once shed before closed doors will become testimony on the day those doors open by my power. The things that once made you think you had been left behind will become proof that I have always gone before you, preparing the way for you, protecting you, and leading you to the place I appointed. Let your heart answer with gentle faith. You believe, not because everything has already appeared in full, but because you know I am your Father, and I never forget the child I love.